Had if the most iconic muscle car of the 1970s wasn't built to be elegant, refined, or polite? What if it was built to intimidate, to dominate, and to send a message the moment it rolled onto the street? This is the 1970 Plymouth Barracuda. The car that marked Plymouth's transformation from an underdog brand into a full-blown muscle car powerhouse. Tonight, we dive deep into the machine that gave birth to the legendary Cuda name. The car that would soon host the Hemi, the Shaker Hood, and some of the most feared street builds of all time. This is not just a car. This is the moment Mopar changed everything. A clean sheet revolution. Before 1970, the Barracuda existed. But it lived in the shadow of Mustang and Camaro. Plymouth knew something had to change. So for 1970, they scrapped everything. No carryover panels. No compromises. They created an entirely new e-body platform. Shared only with the Dodge Challenger. But styled with a completely different soul. Where the Challenger was wide and elegant, the Barracuda was compact, aggressive, and muscular. Short deck. Wide stance. Massive hood options. And one of the most aggressive front ends Detroit had ever produced. This car didn't ask for attention. It demanded it. Designed to house a monster. Plymouth engineers knew what was coming next. Big engines. So they built the Barracuda to accept everything. From economical small blocks to the most violent power plants Mopar ever produced. The engine bay was massive. The suspension was heavy-duty. The rear axle options were race-ready. This wasn't styling first, performance later. This was performance baked into the design. From Barracuda to Cuda. 1970 was also the year Plymouth introduced the Cuda trim. A name that would soon eclipse the car itself. Once you ordered a Cuda, you entered a different world. Shaker hood. Rally gauges. Heavy-duty driveline. Aggressive gearing. Race-inspired interior. This wasn't a commuter car. This was a street predator. Immediate impact. When the 1970 Barracuda hit showrooms, it instantly erased Plymouth's old reputation. This wasn't a budget Mustang competitor. This was a legitimate threat. On the streets. At the drag strip. And in muscle car history. Engine options, 1970 Barracuda lineup. Small block options. 225 slant 6. 318 V8. 340 V8, high revving legend. Big block options. 383 Magnum, 335 horsepower. 440 to 4 barrel, 375 horsepower. 446 pack, 390 horsepower. 426 Hemi, 425 horsepower, gross, underrated. Performance, factory. 340 Barracuda, low 14ths quarter mile. 446 pack, mid 13ths. Hemi, Cuda, high 12 stock. 0 to 60 miles per hour, Hemi 5.3 SEC. Production numbers, 1970. Total Barracuda production, 55,000. Cuda models, 18,000. 426 Hemi, Cuda, 652 units. For speed Hemi, Cuda, extremely rare. Current market values, USA. Base Barracuda driver, $35,000 to $55,000. 340 Cuda, $70,000 to $110,000. 446 pack, $150,000 to $250,000. 426 Hemi, Cuda, $900,000 to $2.5 million plus. Why values keep rising? Iconic e-body design. Limited production. Legendary engines. Peak of the muscle car era. No modern replacement. The 1970 Plymouth Barracuda represents a moment that will never happen again. An era where manufacturers weren't afraid. Where horsepower wars were public. Where engines were oversized and underregulated. This car wasn't about efficiency. It wasn't about comfort. It was about freedom. Freedom to build something outrageous. Freedom to scare the competition. Freedom to let customers choose how wild they wanted to go. For many owners, the Barracuda wasn't just transportation. It was identity. It was the car that announced your arrival. The car that made people turn around. The car that made challengers think twice before lining up next to you. And today, the emotion hasn't faded. Collectors chase Barracudas not just for value, but for what they represent. The last era where Detroit answered one question only. How fast do you want to go? The Barracuda didn't whisper. It roared. The 1970 Plymouth Barracuda wasn't built to follow trends. It was built to create legends. If you love deep dive muscle car documentaries like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with real car people. Drop a comment below. Would you choose a 446 pack or go all in with the Hemi Cuda? And if you want the next episode, just say. Next, classic car name.